All right, so today we will just talk about who we are, why us, and then we'll take a deep dive into product management. What exactly is this product management? Who are they? What do they use? Who do they interact with? What do they do? Right? We then go into question and answers, and then most importantly, if you want to transition into project management, how would you start? So, like we always say, for us at Mentor Partners, our focus is one thing. How can we grow your experience? It's not really about just getting knowledge and that's all. It's how do you practically gain what it entails to become the chosen career that you wish to go into. So whether it's project, whether it's business analysis, whether it's data analysis, whether it's cloud engineering, it doesn't really matter. The key thing is how do you get that experience? And we do that by training and then by joining students to mentors who are already in the field so that they could help them close the gap and increase their confidence to get a job for those who intend to go into the job, and then for those who are already on the job to perform well on the job. And we do this via partnership by joining with senior professionals or internship with top organizations who help us to accept students and join them within their departments and then kind of train them over the agreed period of time. So we've been able to over 600 plus students as at today, and then we have retrained 100 plus from other training organizations. Some of them might join today, some past students might join today, some or we could actually be talking to new potential. So we do not start without creating a career plan. So, for example, let's say after this program, somebody says, "Hey, Darlington, to head on this product management journey." So we will sit down, maybe a 1 hour session or 2 hour session or 1 hour, 30-minute session, and begin to craft out what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what's your career goal. Then to product management for you in the next 2 to 4 years. So starting with 6 months, what we are going to do in 6 months, what you should do in the next 6 months after you get the job, what are the skills you need to develop inside that job, time do you need to get certified, what kind of trainings can you do before you get certified. So more like a project plan for product management, but it laps into 4 years. So you could print it and then you could put it on your wall with your pen. You begin to say, okay, I have done this. I have, because for us, it's not just about training you, it's about knowing what the vision is for your career as a product manager. And then we start to gain the hands-on experience, the mentorship, the support in job application, and also in transition. So let's go. What is product management, or who is a product manager? So this person's main role is to develop a vision, because every product always starts with a vision. So develop the vision, because this vision is going to help frame how we would design this product, how we will roadmap this product, what will be the strategies for this product. It starts with a vision. A vision goes from a vision, we do some marketing research. From there, we get the insights to come up with a strategy. From there, from the strategy, we come up with a roadmap and a plan. We then break that roadmap into different features, um, in different timelines with different features. And then we'll begin to say, okay, in the next 6 months, WhatsApp is going to release, um, let's say, before WhatsApp did not have video chat. There was once upon a time, WhatsApp, you could only chat, there was no call. Now, WhatsApp, according to their product roadmap, actually said, okay, we're going to release this this voice call functionality by so date. Then in their roadmap, they have when they will release the video, the roadmap they had when they were going to upgrade the backup functionality. So you have different list of features, but you plot it into a roadmap to help the implementation team know when This feature is going to be developed and released. So what do they manage? Now, they look at the vision. They look at how are we going to launch? How do we optimize what we have launched? They create roadmaps and strategies. They manage the product design and the product development. Now they gather feedback from the users and then see how the product is behaving, more like product analytics and the rest. They pioneer for whatever function and features the product will get. It doesn't mean the features are coming from them, but they will be the one to collect what those features are and put them in a framework that it's easy for whosoever wants to develop or whosoever wants to strategize would be able to do that. Now, product manager could be managing different products. First of all, a product is anything that can be created to help a business. It doesn't have to be software. A product could be anything. And a product manager sometimes or most times should be the voice of the customer. They work with business teams, they work with engineering, they work with business analyst and product manager. Engineering here we have developer, QA testers, scrum masters, software managers, or software engineering managers, architects, and the rest. There are different shades of a product manager. So we have an internal product manager. These are people who develop products for internal use. So an example is Amazon has a product called Chime. So Amazon do not want to use Microsoft Teams. They don't want to use Google Meet. They don't want to use Zoom. So they developed a product for themselves, for their teleconferencing and in management called Amazon Chime. So the product, like that Amazon Chime was visioned by a product or is being managed by a product manager. Now, B2B product managers are those who develop products for businesses. So for example, if you're working in places like Oracle, you're actually developing a product, but not to be used by Oracle, but to be used by other businesses, like the banks. For those who work in banks, so Oracle has an application called FlexCube. Say Paystack develops products for other businesses to InterSwitch develop products for banks and the rest. So a product manager in that sense would be a B2B product manager. But now a B2C product managers are product managers who develop products directly for end users like Facebook. So Facebook is an app that is used by end users. And how do the product managers get requirements? Through user feedback. So once we keep giving reviews, the product manager uses that to actually improve the product. But for a B2B, the product manager will be getting feedback from the sales team because those ones are the ones selling the product to other businesses. I want us to understand because at the end of this day, you would actually fall into any category of this type of product manager. Okay, so delivery cycle for product management starts with there's a need from the business. We go into developing a vision, then we plan out that vision via a strategy and roadmap. Then we go into development where we design, develop, and test our product. Then we go to launching where we have a go-to-market plan, and then we launch the product. Once the product is launched, we start doing analytics for that product in the market. So to do this, you need a couple of skills. One of them is you need to be a leader. You need to be able to gather people together. You need to be able to engage stakeholders. Then you need to have research because there are competitive products out there. So you need to know how are these competitive products doing and try to benchmark your product. You're not the only person doing laptop. Samsung is doing laptop. Dell is doing laptop. HP is doing laptop. Lenovo is doing laptop. Even Microsoft used to be doing software before, but now they are not doing Facebook. And then Mac or Apple is having their own Mac. So you could be a product manager for any of these companies in different product categories. Product managers are needed everywhere. In fact, what businesses thrive on products because it is products that we sell. Even if you're a training company, your services which you sell are products. So those products need to be visioned, they need to be strategized and roadmapped, they need to be developed, and then they need to be launched. Even you yourself, you're a product. So what vision do you have for your life? what's your strategy, what's your roadmap. This is why we take your career as a product. And the first thing we do after we discuss the vision is to draw out a roadmap, so that that roadmap guides how the design, the implementation, and you could be testing how you're going on a day-to-day basis. Before I go forward, I do not know if we have any question. So I want to pause. Everything about product management is here. Do we have any question from anybody at the moment?
Can I incorporate product management with system engineer?
Okay, you're currently a system engineer, if I'm correct.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so as a system engineer, so you actually would dwell in the engineering side of things, which is the design, the development, the testing, and maybe the implementation, but you do not know how that product was conceived in the first place. You do not know how the product was roadmapped. I've worked with several system engineers. I still work with a whole lot of them. And most of them, what they do is they are not part of the product team. So first of all, we would gather the requirements, we start developing the product. When the product is developed, a system engineer will take that product, maybe conduct some initial tests, and then deploy the product in a customer environment. But you might have deployed several products, but you do not know how the product came about. So if you step out of engineering, because engineering is more of solving problem, interacting with system. But a product manager is about solving problem, interacting with people. So
Okay.
you need to be a people person rather than a system person. I grew up being an engineer. I started my career as an engineer, and then I decided to stop engineering at some point. I don't like sharing that story because I've shared it several times. It's
Yeah.
I was supposed to go out. I'd already planned going out on a date. I'd arranged everything only for a project manager to call me and say, see, you have to go to this site. So I it just turned my entire day upside down. And I said, no, I need to get to that point where I need to be telling people what to do rather than somebody telling me what to do. That was how it all started. I'm not saying it was a perfect motivation, but that was just how it started. So I want to take another question before we go to the next stuff.
Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you for the presentation. And so my question is just reading through the um through your screen, this presentation you have for a project manager. And
Yeah.
you highlighted as part of the skills, servant leadership and stakeholder engagement.
Yeah.
Uh, you also have something saying as business acumen. I just want some bit of clarity when you say servant leadership and
Okay.
business acumen, like in terms of in the context of a product manager. What does that mean?
Good question. So I'll start from the business acumen, right? So project manager does not care, in quotes, about the business. He cares about delivering that project. Whether that company decides to use the product or not, a project manager does not care. But for a product manager, right, a product manager ensures that whatever product he is conceived is bringing the returns back for the business. So for him to envision a product, he needs to understand the business model. So for example, if I work with Tesla and we're trying to bring a next generation car, I need to know how Tesla works, right? I need to understand the automobile business model. I need to understand that, right? You need to be able to you can't build a product if you don't understand the business. A project manager just gather team together, understand the scope, does it, and look forward to the next project. But a product manager, he's the one who envisioned the stuff. So he needs to ensure that that thing is bringing back value for the business. So to do that, you need to understand business. Now, the servant leadership part is he needs to be somebody, he cannot be this, do what I say and don't do what I do. You know, you have a lot of people who say, do what I say, but not what I do. But he has to lead. So he needs to kind of be a servant leader in the sense that, you know, Jesus's way is he who thinks he is high, right? For Jesus to wash the feet of his disciples, that's servant leadership. So you need to somehow be able to understand the pain points of your team. You're not a boss, you're a leader. So servant leadership there just means leading by example. Maybe I shouldn't use the word servant. It's like you're serving the team. You're kind of the best explanation for a servant leader is a scrum master. The truth is, if you want to work with a scrum master, if you want to work with, then you need to have that servant leadership as well. So Aaron, you're asking, can the product manager, sorry, I don't know if I
Yes, you have actually given clarity.
Okay, thank God. So Aaron, you're asking, can a product manager function as a proxy BA? Now the truth is, originally, right, there was nothing like agile business analyst. In a proper Scrum environment, you have a product owner, then you have the Scrum master, then you have the Scrum team, right? But things are evolving, right? So the product manager in an agile environment is called a product owner. So he is the one who collects the requirements and creates a requirement document and converts it into user story, so that user story will be created as a product backlog. From that product backlog, we then go to the point where we do sprint backlog to sprint planning, develop the stuff to sprint review and the rest. So a product manager can still act as a business analyst who would collect the requirement from the team or from the business regarding a particular product. But the truth is, if there is a role called business analyst, that's a very super important role, and I do not think that role should be belittled, something like that. A little bit about myself, right? I am a senior technical program manager, and I cover product management and project management. So I have my bachelor's degree in engineering for Biodo, who asked, can you start as an engineer? Yes. So I also have an MSc telecoms engineering. I have a couple of certifications. I have delivered myself 100+ projects across software, hardware, IoT, web, mobile, digital transformation, process improvement, integrations, cloud, both migration and deployment. And I also I'm mentioning this, but it's part of the things that drives me having a good number of people who you have reached as well. I cover project and product deployment within Europe, Middle East, Africa, US, and the UK. And also I have worked within these specific industries here, and I've partnered with these companies. So I think I should be able to tell us what is product management and what is not. So let's go into the practical side, the hands-on demo thing. I will try as much as possible to be very, very, very direct so that I don't waste our time. So my day-to-day life is very simple. My day starts, see, I don't know whether to say it's not a normal day, because I kind of work and support several organizations. So it's not a regular day, but first my day starts 7 a.m. with the Holy Spirit. So between 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., if you call me, you cannot get me. So if you want to get me, then you have to tell God. God will call me. After that, I do the normal school runs. Then I start work exactly from 8:30 or kind of 9. So 9 to 9:10, I take my pen and I begin to kind of chart out how the day should go. I do that sometimes before the day, but also on that day I have, like, if you see, I have my pen. I don't know if this is not regular A4. This is more like is it A1 or A2 or A3? I don't know. But all these very big white paper, very empty. So each day I come, it's empty. So by the end of the day, that is discarded. You come back the next day, you bring an empty one. So the aim is just to do a fresh dump, because sometimes you need to be able to plot, you need to be able to. So I check, I have a dashboard where I track multiple things that are happening at the same time. And I try to have key meetings in the morning. Now, so that by 11, if I have my way by 11, all the meetings I need to have is gone. Then from 11 down to 3 is more like checking up on things, updating this document, updating tickets, checking tickets on Jira, planning strategies, creating visions, and all of that. So it's very difficult to describe my day, but in between my day, I have some very key important people in my life that comes to open my door to disturb. So I don't want to shout their name so that we don't get interruption in this call, but I hope those who understand what I'm saying understand. So let's have a look. Today I want to talk about one thing. Product management has several aspects, but I'm choosing one, and that is a product vision. So every product you see today was actually visioned by somebody. So the thing is, an organization will come out from a senior management meeting and say, we want to topple our competitor. So to do that, we need a product that we can send to the market that would improve this. A product manager gets to that meeting and begin to see what kind of product can do this. The moment he's able to conceive something. Now, I believe many of us knew that Zoom was initially a regular product. In fact, before 2019, you could actually have so many people on Zoom. In fact, it is after 1 hour that Zoom would then begin to give you signal. You could record, you could do everything. During the pandemic, the crave for remote working and conference call grew. And because people had already fallen in love with Zoom did two things. They signed up with Oracle, and I think they signed up with Amazon. I can't really remember. I think to expand their infrastructure and all of that. So we want to take a look at, let's look at a vision statement for Zoom. So a very simple vision statement has what, why, what, who, and why. So this is Zoom. I'm trying to pick something that we all know. So Zoom aims to provide seamless and reliable video communication and collaboration to individuals and organizations globally. So here it means the target audience is end users and organization. Now, what type of product is Zoom? You know, we said there is internal product, there's B2B, there's B2C. What type of product is Zoom?
Business to business.
So business to business, can you explain why? Why do you think it's business to business?
It's virtually when you have something. No, it's more like when you have something to share with the other party, right? So you guys talk it out and
Okay, now business, there's somebody here who God has given wisdom to help explain this B2B model. So I need somebody who can help us to explain this B2B model, how it works.
Yeah, Zoom as an organization, for me, I feel their service is for B2B and then B2C,
God bless you. Go on.
because B2B in the sense that they also provide services for organizations, and then they also provide for end users like you and I.
Yeah.
At times we could use Zoom for even family meetings.
Mhm.
So I think it cuts across B2B and then B2C.
Correct. So Zoom definitely, they provide, so you and I who are like end users, we could go and download Zoom and use it. We can use it for anything we want to use within the confines of the features that is available to us. Now, the Zoom does not make much money from us. if we are using Zoom for only 40 minutes. The only money Zoom is making for us is awareness. But for those who now want to, now if I'm now an end user, I hold meetings regularly, I could upgrade my Zoom to Zoom Premium, where I could go like 2 hours, 3 hours, but that is still B2C. Now, Zoom then has packages for organizations who want to use Zoom as their preferred communication or meeting engagement channel, just like people use Teams for organization. So Zoom is a B2, in fact, it's stated here. If you see, Zoom aims to provide seamless, reliable communication to individuals. This is B2C, and organizations. This is B2B. So Zoom is a business. Other organizations are business. And Zoom is a business. I am an end user. So Zoom to me is B2C. But Zoom to other companies is B2B. Do we understand? So Zoom is going to have several product managers. They'll have a B2B product manager, they'll have B2C product manager. They could even have a video conference product manager. That person's work is only to look at video conferencing. They could have a recording product manager. That person only looks at recording, how they can improve recording, the roadmap for recording. That is, so if you go to Zoom now, they have several product managers. So the target audience here are remote teams and businesses of all kinds for a secure, user-friendly platform for virtual meeting, webinars, and collaboration. So why should we go? The current global shift towards remote work and increased need for virtual communication makes now the ideal time to offer the solution. But this is a vision statement, a summary that a product manager would create so to create a vision, it's not that a product manager sits down and think of something. No, he has a vision briefing meeting with the senior stakeholders, and we will discuss the product. And then after that meeting, the product manager goes to create a vision document. But inside that vision document, the first page talks about the vision statement. So the vision statement is what the organization can sell out to say, so if I add this, and this, I would have this vision statement. Do we understand? Okay, so now let's look at, I'm going to stop sharing this. I want to be very conscious of time. I'm not very good with time, especially when I'm explaining something that I find very interesting. So I'm going to share my second screen. So this is how a product vision look like. Let's say we want to create I was playing around, I was thinking, I want to create a laptop that can charge mobile phones wirelessly. So why? I know that travelers, most times for me, when I'm traveling, it is more like I have to go with my laptop charger and I have to go with my mobile phone charger. And when I'm either in the train or at the airport, there's only one spot. So if you have a laptop, you know, some phones have wireless charging capability where you put them on a wireless charging stuff and they start charging, right? Most of these modern phones. So now, instead of you to charge your phone by plugging it via Type-C cable from your laptop to the phone, why don't on the free space, because the laptops do have a kind of free space in between the tracking pad of the mouse, either by the left or by the right. Why don't we include a charging dock there? So you just kind of place your phone there and your phone can be charging. You could provide hotspots, because if I get wireless connectivity, why can't I have wireless charging? I don't know. Do I make any sense? Are we still in church? Are we together?
Yeah,
We are, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now, who are the target groups? So the target groups are actually for end users, like frequent
Travelers.
Yeah, frequent travelers. Like we also have normal users, just like that. Okay, so now these are normal regular users who have phones with wireless charging ability. Okay, so so what they need here, you're talking about what problem are we trying to solve, and how does it benefit, like which benefit does it provide? Okay, then in the product itself, what will be the name of the product? So it's going to be, so if I'm working for HP, so HP could call this product HPW Lite laptop, right? So I'm just saying, then what makes this product stand out? We need to mention, which is like the features of this product. It's going to provide wireless charging, it's going to provide this, it's going to provide that. Now, is it feasible to develop this product? This is like checking the feasibility. Can we do this? Is it going to sell? Like, if we invest, are we going to get a return? What's the feasibility? Is there a business case for this? Then lastly is to say the business goal. How is this product going to benefit the company? So do you see why, Shaya, do you see why a business acumen is required for a product manager? Because a project manager, he just thinks of delivery, but a product manager is thinking of how the product will go back to benefit the company. So how do you do this if you do not understand the business? Do you get? So it's important that you have business understanding to be able to achieve this. So let's quickly look at this one. Is a product vision that has already been created. This is for an electronic vehicle company. So they want to be the leading electronic vehicle charging. They want to provide free electronic charging station in as many locations in the country. So they target existing users or potential electronic vehicle users. They've already stated here what the need is and what the benefit is going to do to the end user. So here is to the end user, here is to the business, right? So any question? I'm going to send this document to the admin team so they could just send it to you when the recording is kind of at the end of the session, so that for those who need a very simple product vision document, they can actually have access to this. So has anybody in this call created anything similar to this before? Okay, so if you want to do anything, if there's any product you're looking to create, see, you don't have to be be a certified product manager before you know how to use this document, right? As long as you have a vision of something you want to do, you just need to document that vision down using this template. Okay, so let me stop sharing this. Do we have any? Is it kind of understood?
Yes, Darlene.
Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I'm understanding it.
Okay. Does anyone have any question? Like, the thing is, just know that every product you see today, whether WhatsApp, whether Volvo automobile, whether your mouse, whether your keyboard, whether your laptop, whatever it is, even when God was trying to think of creating man, he had a vision, he had a product, he had everything. So the key thing is you need to vision that product and get the approval. Sometimes you need to do the maths and provide how much is this product going to bring back to the organization if the senior management invests in it. Any questions so far? I believe so. Yeah, sorry, please go on.
Okay, so in terms of creating a vision board, right, like this one you've shown to us now,
yes,
particularly the vision itself, does it have to be a full-fledged vision on me? Because when you say vision, it's different from saying I have an idea.
Yeah, so an idea, you have to document the idea. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
And one way to document the idea is to actually put it in the vision board. It doesn't mean the vision board cannot be revisited, but at least you have an idea. Your idea is that you want to open a business you want a platform that is going to help people in the UK who wants to buy local goods to get it as easy as possible. That's
Yeah.
good. So who are your target markets? You put what is the need? What is making you deciding to do this thing now? Oh, there are according to Home Office reports, there are about 400,000 Nigerians in the UK in the past 2 years, and most of them are new students. They're looking for Nigerian shop or African store. They can't really find. So there's also no time to move around. So if we give them a product that, are you understanding? So you
Yeah.
need to be able to put that thing down so that if the senior management wants to invest, by just looking at your vision, they know who the target market is, they know what the need is, they know what will be the features of this mobile app, and they know the benefit it will bring to them. With this, it's not just you saying, I have an idea. Can you put that idea into a vision board so that whosoever needs to invest can actually give the initial investment and say, okay, can you gonna do your research and check to validate this vision? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to, let me do full screen, and so for those who wish to say, okay, how do we transition? So at the moment, we're all in the stage one. Stage one is where we have the webinar to get the general knowledge, but then it doesn't actually stop here. To be frank, for product management, everybody runs to do most people run to do project management, most people run to do business analysis, but I'm not saying those roles are not important. They are all in the shortage list, right? Or let's say they are all in the skill gap list in most organizations. But if your drive is to think about something, right, and try to conceive that thing and try to see the benefit of that thing being realized, you will do much more better as a product manager. But if you are execution or delivery driven, you let them give you a problem, you solve it, and you want to look for the next problem. You are more of a project manager. But if your own is to look at something, conceive it, solve it, and you want to see how that problem is, how the solution, a project manager does not care how the solution is being implemented. But a product manager wants to see how that solution is implemented till that product gets to what we call end of life. So the product manager will see how to sunset that particular product. So every product has somebody who is managing it, right? So now if for those who wish to proceed, you give us an intro call, we will sit down, understand your current need, understand how, and then discuss much better how we can be of help. And then after that call, we go into the career roadmap plan. Like we said, it's detailing a roadmap for the next 2 to 4 years from a product management point of view. Then we go into the training and the mentorship side. The training is 4 weeks, where we would practically look at the product vision. From the product vision, we look at how to do competitive analysis or competitive benchmarking, or do more of a product market research. And after that, we need to kind of start strategizing the products based on the insights we've gotten from the research and based on the challenges we see in the market. What is our strategy for this product? And after we've noted the strategy, we'll create a roadmap or a plan. And one of the first things to do there is to then chart out the product requirements. So this is where either the product manager would then start wearing the hat of a product owner, or he would have a business analyst that would help in gathering these requirements so that we could have a very detailed product requirement document, or from a business point of view, a business requirement document. Once we have this requirement document, we then go to and call a project manager who would help us to deliver which is help gather the team together that will design, develop, test, and launch that product. So the product life cycle starts before the project life cycle, because Sheye, we could have this product, we could have this idea, chart the vision, but now look at it and say, I don't think the market we were thinking would be the best is not. So let us pause this product for now. Do you understand? So if
Yeah.
that be the case, it means there will never be any project to implement that product. So it doesn't mean because we have a product, it must be developed. No. I can decide that I want to travel, I want to relocate to Australia now. I do the vision stuff. But while creating the vision, I discovered that the weather is not going to be good for me. Maybe I have a medical condition. What do? I end that thing immediately. Me being the product that will be launched in Australia. Maybe we're looking at mentor partners who want to go into the Middle East to launch mentor partners there. We start creating a vision to say this. So it's like product management has the life cycle, and the essence of this capacity building side is to be able to kind of train you and then assign you to a product manager who you would have to work with the product manager one-on-one on whatever product that product manager is doing, using whatever skill you have gained in the training. So at the end of the day, you're expected to solve a problem. If you solve that problem, we can start preparing you for the market life. So is there any question with this roadmap? Okay, so just as we did the last stuff, we have, I think the product management, it's kind of a little bit lower than that when we did for the project management. Now, if you could see, the key thing is, please do not look at these things. We're not motivated by, or we're not driven by cost. So if you have one or two concerns, right, please feel free, reach out and say, hey, Darlington, this is what it is. I really want to do this thing, but this is where, and I'm happy to speak with the team, but do not let it be that, because at the end of the day, what I actually find is that people then end up in where I am trying to save them from, or let me not use that we're trying to save them from, especially most of these other places where we have had to retrain. I think some of the students who are here would give that testament. I was there, so I know. I did a CV review stuff, and the number of people who came had come from other training. I was asking, is it that they did not do some of these things? So if we can break this in installments, and then I think the promo code is, if you actually give a notification between now and the 15th to say, hey, Darlington, I think this is for me and I would love to. So please feel free and reach out to us. Just like I did say last week, I am willing to offer, although I think I'm willing to offer in September. If somebody has a CV and they wish for it to be reviewed, or they're having problems with the review and they need somebody to just speak to, we could actually let the team know, and we would plan in time to engage on that. So I think 1 minute or 2 minutes late, longer than the time I did. So that is all that I have to share. So I do not know if there was a question I did not answer. Please, feel free to ask. I'm happy to.
Okay, good evening.
Yeah, evening there.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. The question I want to ask is about project management.
Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any program for project management?
Yes. So we did the one for project management last week. Okay.
Wow.
So but it doesn't still mean so if you're interested in the project management, all you need to do is reach out to the team. I or someone from the team would plan a call with you to
Okay.
talk to you about the project management program. What does it entail? Who is the project manager? What do they do? And kind of a little bit of demo of what a project, like pick one side that a project manager does and actually show you, so that, because the aim is just to give you an idea. Like, just like today now, if nobody knows anything about product management, at least you know that a product manager must create a product vision, and we know what a product vision does. And you don't have to be a product manager for you to create a product vision. Right now, if you want to create any product tomorrow, if you want to open any business, anything, you could use the same vision document to do that. So for project management, I am happy to have that. So you just reach out to the team. I think on the chat space, they will drop some links of how to reach out to us. You could just do that. I'm happy to have that call with you. Okay.
Okay. So when should I place a call, please?
Please, from I think from Monday. It all depends. It all depends on you. I think on the link, like for example, if you click this, if you want to book an intro call, I think there should be a link for Monday. There should be a link for Tuesday. So you could just send a request and say, see, I really need to speak ASAP, and would actually plan to have the call with you. As we would have had it today if maybe this stuff was by 5 p.m. So I would have kind of had that call with you, but I don't want to keep you longer than.
I don't mind, because I
Okay.
really need to talk to you. I don't mind after this section.
All right, no problem. I would.
All right. Thank you, sir.
No worries. So let me check so how do we get the recording? Okay, I think they've already mentioned that. So what they will do is to repurpose the recording and then put it on the YouTube channel. You'll be able to get it from there. I don't know if I've missed out anything. So the thing I actually want to mention is the best time for us to. I started my project manager. I started as a project manager. I'm still a project manager, but from a program level. So in Amazon or all these big organizations, a technical program manager is somebody who has project management, product management, and technical leadership. So I have been able to grow myself to these three things. It didn't start overnight. Now, the more I kept sharing back, the more I kept learning, it was helping. So I don't want anybody to get until the best. I do say this. I got my job from Nigeria, which moved me to the UK. If God is connecting you with somebody who, at least, because I know everybody tries to come around, and so, but if somebody can be picked from Nigeria and moved to the UK, I think you should listen to the person. So I think that's majorly all I have. We started 8:05 and this is 9:08 my time. So there will be the one for Scrum Master tomorrow. There will be a Scrum Master from Canada who would come show us what Agile project management and Scrum Mastery is about. I don't know what he would like to show, whether it's how to conduct a daily stand-up or how to do a sprint review, but from a practical point. So feel free to inform those who you feel would want to do. So these webinars would be always like, we'll try to keep the webinars Friday, Saturday, just to share. And we also have an alumni community where we discuss. There are people who come and share problems they have at work. Like somebody shared yesterday that she's a Scrum Master, but her boss is giving her the work of a product owner to do, and I had to encourage her on the difference between this and that and why she should embrace it. So she felt very fulfilled and taking it more as an opportunity rather than the boss giving her extra work. So the whole thing here is about learning. All right, so we would need to share the grace so that I could release. Also, it's Sulia, right? So Sulia, you could actually stay back and then we could actually have the discussion. But then I think to the rest of us, I say God bless you. Please feel free to reach out. Let's see how we can help. All right. Have a very lovely night, everyone.